happy to state that because MTC built this tower, we've already started talking to them. Very soon we will come and put up our transmitters, which then will allow for Mwanyi FM to be heard here. And I think for us that's the biggest thing, is that people must have access to radio, so that when we communicate as ordinary people, we should be able to speak to everybody. Equally, if there is a challenge that the Induna and the leadership traditionally is having, they should be able to use radio in order to communicate, and vice versa. If government wants to communicate, sometimes very important policy, developmental linked messages, those messages must be able to reach. So we are happy.
The Director General said the islanders should enjoy the same development and rights as the rest of the country. The village head woman, Kasimbi Matengu, who welcomed the NBC head and his team, said the progress was a welcome development after the continued communication struggles the villagers face on a daily basis.
We have to tie the radio onto a tree way up above for us to be able to get the signal. But then, most times, we only manage to get the service in the evening and completely nothing at all in the afternoon.
The NBC's Chief of Technology, Tuliki Shipanga, who was also part of the team, assured that residents will have access in about 2 months.
We are just going through some procurement processes, and we believe in the next 2 months or less, the radio services should be available.
The island's Village Development Committee chairperson, Brian Kalonda, also thanked the national broadcaster while stating that villagers have over the years purchased radios and televisions they have not been able to use.
We are very grateful, but will not be too thankful until we see the actual installation. We can only show thanks for now, because you might not come back. When we see that you've actually fulfilled your word, your promise will rejoice by dancing with gratitude.
Kalonda advised the team to look into catering to nearby villages such as Kasika and Balansinte, as they may not be able to benefit from the tower on the island.
That even though we may connect this tower, it will not necessarily improve, yes, to an extent, but there may be other areas that are not connected. So what we typically will do is, Nelu, we must maybe just check and see where else are there towers again, so that we can see and find the best way of connecting the areas that are also need that connection.
Juliet Svesa, NBC News, Impalila.